Okay, so now here's an example, 6. And so we're going to do a couple of examples of automorphisms here. So the first one is a dilation map. So a dilation map is, now in this case, going from R2 to R2, so we call it D sub S, that multiplies all the vectors by a non-zero scalar S, is an automorphism of R2. So we're talking about dilation, right? So in this case here, you can see that with the dilation D1.5, we're taking these two vectors and we're dilating them, right? We're expanding, we're stretching them, dilation, right? So that's an automorphism. Another automorphism is a turning automorphism. So how would we describe a turning? Well, or a rotation. This would be tau, or T sub theta, not tau, T sub theta. And again, we're going from R2 to R2. And so what we're doing here is it rotates all vectors through an angle theta. So T sub theta from R2 to R2. Okay, so we turn all vectors in R2 by a certain angle theta. Okay. So again, we could have an array that goes like this, right? And by applying pi divided by 6, so that's going to be a 30-degree turn or rotation, right? So if we do t of pi divided by 6, right? Which way is that going to be turning? That's going to be turning 30 degrees clockwise, or excuse me, counterclockwise. Okay, so if this is the vector u, then this mapping would rotate it 30 degrees, and so this would be t of u. So if this is pi over 6, this would be pi over 3 now. Okay, and a third type of automorphism is a flip across a given line L. So we would define this as f of L from R2 to R2. And of course we would take a line or a vector, let's say a vector that does that. And let's say our line is like that. So here's our L. So if we were to flip it, then we would get something like this. So if we flip it along this line, or reflect it, right, along the line. So again, here's our L, and now it would look something like that. Where this would be, our u vector, and this would be our f of L of u. Okay, and again, checking these as automorphisms would be the same way that we could check them. And so we will leave these, you can try these yourself. If you're taking the class, there's exercises in the book that you can use to prove it.